Alright, welcome back to Angels with Scaly Wings. I decided to record a little more of this because I had some damn good fun with it. So yeah, why not? So, yeah, this is where we were last time. But there's also when the game went all screwy because it isn't in windowed full screen. And I can't force it to be windowed full screen, which kind of sucks, which means that's kind of a bit of a pain to record, but oh well. Alright. So yeah, so what were we saying? So he'd always been like that, always something to prove. We'll have to be careful. We'll be looking for Reza soon enough. Alright, I'm pretty much caught up to where we were. Well, at least this means someone will find Reza soon. Don't worry, Reza will turn up eventually. I surely hope so. All things considered, I had to admit that it remained a possibility that Maverick was right, but could the Reza I knew really be a murderer? You know what? If you think of something that might help with the investigation, or if you need anything else, just call me. I will. Well, I think we're done here. Let's go. Bryce led me back to the apartment. I guess there wasn't really much for me to do in the meantime, as I was spared the more arduous parts of the investigation. Maybe I should have been glad about this, though now I had an afternoon to fill. What should I do? Ooh, I can actually choose what I want to do now. I think this is the first point where I'm not being forced to do something. Awesome. Let's meet up with Remy. Yeah, we haven't seen him since the first day, so yeah, let's go talk with Remy. He told me to meet him in the lobby, but nobody's here. Maybe I should look for him. He can't be too far, after all. It was quite a spacious building, lined with many bookcases on multiple floors. From the looks of it, it seemed to be as much of an archive as it was a library, with immaculate order permeating the chamber. It was the kind of place I could see myself getting lost in for an afternoon or two, thumbing through all interesting books it could offer me. I was looking around in wonder when suddenly a voice penetrated the silence. Remy! I could see who the voice belonged to, but it came from a more private area in the back. I was followed by footsteps that approached it. Oh, you're still here. Of course I am still here. I have business to attend to. Certainly. I just assumed you'd be done for now, Emera. Guess your assumption was wrong, then. Be a good boy and bring me some coffee, will you? Of course, Emera. I heard more movement, though. I still cannot see either of the two who spoke behind all the bookcases. I assumed the area was off limits to a visitor like myself and decided to wait. Here you go. Now let me read in peace, you silly boy. Of course. I heard him walk towards my direction until he emerged from behind a bookcase and spotted me. Oh, hello, Kaiser. I didn't expect you so soon. I didn't have anything better to do anyways. Well, I'm glad to see you again at any rate. Who was that back there? I guess you heard that, didn't you? That was my superior. She's the Minister of Culture and Arts, which means I'm technically in her employment, though generally speaking I work for the council at large, not just her. So this is where you work, huh? Most of the time, yes. That makes you a librarian, I suppose. There's a little more to it. I'm not just in charge of the books, I'm a scholar and study them too. For example, if the council requests knowledge on certain topics like facts, statistics, or other information of interest, it is part of my job to research it and present to them in an appropriate manner. That sounds like the kind of thing I'd like to do. Just thinking about doing that kind of work gives me a headache. It kind of does, to be honest. But, so basically you're an expert on everything. No, just an expert at finding information. Anyways, was there a particular reason you wanted to meet me? You're just too damn cute. That's a bit blunt, isn't it? Let's say... Yeah, I was interested in what you said the other day. You have myths about humans? Alright, I still have work to do, but I could show you something afterwards. Either way, now that you're here, you could help me with something. I've got some books that need to be sorted over there. Yeah, alright. How do I do it? Alphabetically? Oh no. The arrangement you see in this library is based on a sophisticated system that sorts everything in a very intuitive manner based on the number of criteria, genre, author, complexity, and age. Oh fuck, what have I got myself into? As you can probably tell, we have a lot of specimens, so just sorting them by alphabet would be far from sufficient. What the fuck? It sounds complicated. It's not that hard. I'll show you. Basically, these 8 books you see over there were all part of a section that was moved, so they have to be sorted into their new area. The problem is their labels are so old that they've started to fade away, which makes sorting them a bit harder. They will get new labels soon, but until then, we'll just have to make do with what we have here. All of them are by Hazik Akil, a writer on the subject of history, and a very prolific one, I might add. You'll find the shelf they belong to over there. Now it is just a matter of placing them in the right order, from oldest to newest. I've written down everything still legible from the old labels here. For someone like you, putting them in order shouldn't be a problem. In any case, I'll be working on something else in the meantime, so let me know once you're done. Oh fuck, what have I got myself into? Hints, please. The Third War. Oh fuck, do I have to write this down? I got paper. Oh wait, no, I don't have paper. At least I have to get up to get paper. Fuck it, we're not writing it down. I'll remember everything. The Third War is directly preceded by the Spark. The First War is preceded by the Inception. Alright, so First War, Inception. The Invention is not the third, 7th, or last book. Actually, let's just get all the hints on screen at once. Oh, balls. No. Okay, there. Alright, so the First War is probably the first book. There's only one book before the First War. Fuck. Okay, so it's the second book. Inception is the third book. The Second War is the fourth. So, first Inception, second. There's only one book before the First War. The Enlightenment comes at some point after the Third War. I don't think I have any information on what the first book is then. I guess it's just whatever isn't in this list here. So, the information I have is... First War, Inception, Second War... What comes after Second War? Fuck. The Invention is not the third, 7th, or last book. I guess that could be after... I guess that could be 5 then. Third War, Spark, Enlightenment, and then whatever is last is the first book, I think. The Tribe. The second book is the First War. Then... I forget what it was that came after it. Alright, hold on. Inception. Second War. Okay. Inception. Second War. Piss. Show the hints again. Alright. So after Second War... Enlightenment comes after the Third War. Which means that I think next one is Invention? Yeah, Invention, Third, Spark, Enlightenment. I think that's the rest of the order. So, Invention, Third, Spark, Enlightenment? Fuck, I instantly forgot. Invention, Third, Spark, Enlightenment. Okay. Invention, Third, Spark, Enlightenment. I think that's it. Oh, you're done. Let's take a look then. Sorry to disappoint you, but only seems 4? 4? Fuck! I'll try again, but... I don't know. The fuck you mean only 4 are right? So one book comes before the First War, which is the only book that isn't mentioned in this, which is the Tribe. So it's Tribe, First War, and then Inception, Second War is the 4th book. Did I just botch everything after the Second War? Fucking hell. I guess so, because I don't see how anything else, like, in the first half, I could have done wrong. Unless if I just unless if I accidentally chose, like, Invention over Inception or some shit. Alright. So Tribe, that's the only book that isn't mentioned. Then First War. Then... Is it Invention or Inception? Inception. The next is Second War. And this is where it gets a bit awkward. Oops. Okay. So the Enlightenment comes after the Third War, and Spark also comes after the Third War. Invention is not the 3rd, 7th, or last book, so... And Third War is directly preceded by Spark, and that comes after that, so it has to be... I mean, it has to be Invention, Third War, Spark, and then Enlightenment, right? That's gotta be it. Invention, Third War, Spark, Enlightenment. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing that I did, but... I don't know, maybe I just, like, clicked them in the wrong order or something. Done, let's take a look. Yeah, 4 books are in the right place. Piss! What am I doing wrong? Okay. There's only 1 book before the First War, and the only book that isn't mentioned is the Tribe, so the first book has to be Tribe. Am I just reading this wrong? Preceded... Wait, I'm fucking stupid. Preceded means that it came before, not after. Ah! Shit. Wait. Yeah, the Third Wars is directly preceded by the Spark. Oh, I'm dumb as shit. I'm dumb as shit. Well, at least I figured out what the hell I was doing wrong. So, wait, but if there's only 1 book before the First War, then... Oh, fuck me. Oh, God, okay. The order is Inception, First War. I guess Invention can't be 3rd. So, that means probably Tribe, Second War? Alright. Inception. First War. Tribe, Second War. Alright. Let's take a look at the hints again. The Second War is the 4th book. I just did that. Enlightenment comes after Third War. Third War is preceded by Spark. Invention is not the 3rd, 7th, or last book. Alright, yeah, what do I have left, actually? Invention, Enlightenment, Third War, and Spark. So the order is probably Invention, Spark, Third War, Enlightenment, I think? Let's see. Invention is not the 3rd, 7th, or last, so it could be 5th or 6th. Spark comes before Third War, and Enlightenment comes after Third War, so I'm guessing it's Invention, Spark, Third War, Enlightenment. Invention, Spark, Third War, Enlightenment. I think that's it. Oh, you're done? Let's take a look then. Seems you got it all right. Well done, Kaiser. Hey, I got an achievement. You brought Remy's books in the correct order. That was fucking hard, because I'm stupid. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was hard work. It gets easier with practice. It also gets easier if you could fucking read, but... In any case, there's a box here that belongs to storage. You can put that away. I'll finish the last bit of sorting, and then we're done for the day. Alright, sure thing. Great. See you in a bit then. It's heavier than I thought. I lifted the box and carried it towards its shelf, but just as I was about to reach it, I tripped suddenly, sending me to the ground as the contents of the box spilled across the floor. Ouch! I scrambled to get out of the various items and the voice of the dragon called out to me. Is everything alright? Before I could answer, Remy came around the corner, his face bearing a look of disapproval. He stood over and helped me pick up the spilled objects. Yeah, I'm fine. I was mainly asking about the priceless artifacts you just dropped. Oh, yikes. Uh, sorry, I guess. Well, it doesn't look like anything's broken. That could have ended up much worse. What is all this stuff anyways? In preparation for your arrival, I wanted to study what knowledge we had on humans. And what did you learn? Not much. The human is a creature shrouded in mystery and legend, yet one we apparently share some history with. Sure, dragon. Tell me I'm the mythological creature. As the story goes, we dragons were once a primitive and savage civilization, living in caves and whatnot. We fought other creatures and amongst each other for resources and territory. One day, however, a human arrived who performed many miracles and gave us the gifts of electricity and reason. We refer to this event as our awakening. What happened to them? And who were they anyway? They say it was a divine creature, a supernatural being that saved our species by making peace between our clans and uniting us, as our numbers were dwindling from our pointless conflicts. And when the deed was done, they ascended to the heavens from where they came, or turned to a dragon and lived among us, ruling with kindness and wisdom until their eventual passing, depending on who you ask. What do you make of the story? As unlikely as it sounds, there is evidence for sudden, unprecedented technological advancement in our timeline. We have artifacts from that time that couldn't have been built with the knowledge we had back then. I'm starting to think you already have a theory. Indeed. I take it you are familiar with the way the portals through which you traveled here actually work? No. No, not at all. It's magic. It's simple, really. There are spontaneous wormholes that pop into existence now and then, but their highly unstable nature means they instantly collapse in on themselves. The machinery of the portal merely stabilizes the wormholes so that we may utilize it. We actually are just taking advantage of a naturally occurring phenomenon. Pretty cool. Long story short, my theory is that this legendary person stumbled upon one of these natural wormholes in the split second it existed, bringing them into our world. Being thrust into an unfamiliar world, no means to return to your own. Talk about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Or just the right one, if you ask me. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here today. Oh, what I would give to know more about them. How do you know so much about the portal anyways? We found it a while ago, so we've had time to study it. Not me personally, mind you, but I followed its developments with great interest. What else have you discovered about it? Not much, I'm afraid. We didn't have to take the risk of permanent damage, so we won't do anything rash until we completely understand the technology and can replicate it for ourselves. So far, the only thing it has done for us was locating your portal and connecting us to it. From the interface, it appears to have more functions, but we haven't been able to get any of it to work. We were not even sure if it was capable of when we initially turned it on. Only after some time being active did it actually find your portal. And only then were we able to make the connection. Making that discovery must have been very exciting, especially when you made contact with us and started exchanging letters with us. Oh, you have no idea, especially when Reza arrived and he turned out to be a human. Of all things, some people still worship him, you know. You've mentioned that before. How does that work? Do you have some kind of organized religion based around it? Not exactly. It is more like an adoration on a personal level. I count myself amongst them, if it wasn't for the fact that I consider myself to have a more reasonable approach to it than the others. For example, there are those that believe there is much more to your sudden appearance than there really is. I think they expect some sort of miracle from you, similar to what was ascribed to humans in the past. Well, there's nothing supernatural about me. That's what I expected. Either way, as a scholar, I'm looking forward to see everything your PDAs have to offer. I could show you sometime. I see. Well, don't worry about explaining them to me. I'm sure you have much more important things to do while you're here. It's just a question of time until one of them ends up with me anyways. Actually, the PDAs are one of the reasons I volunteered to come here. What do you mean? I know them pretty well. Enough to explain how they work, at least. Of course, that's far from the only reason. I just thought I'd be the kind of person you meet all the requirements, and it turned out I was. I see. It was nice of you to volunteer when you must have known there would be considerable risks in coming here. You volunteered as well when you came to meet me, didn't you? I wouldn't think this kind of thing would fall under your jurisdiction regularly. It is true, but by this point my interest in these matters shouldn't surprise you. I was more surprised I arrived under the cover of darkness to meet an ambassador. I haven't seen much of you since. Initially, they wanted to have an official reception headed by myself, but in the end they changed their minds due to security concerns, as I told you back then. I suppose that's also why I'm being escorted by the police all the time. Yeah, that was supposed to be my job too, until someone from the police department objected and advocated for more security. Better safe than sorry, I suppose. Let me guess. That someone was Maverick? How'd you know that? Just a hunch. At least I still got to meet you. Were you nervous when you did? Only the brave or the foolish would be. I consider myself neither. I have to admit I was too. I was speechless when I saw you, and that was just a side effect, and that wasn't just a side effect of the teleportation. To be fair, I would have been as well, if we didn't already know about humans and Reza. There was a moment of silence between us, and our eyes met briefly when suddenly, a loud call echoed through the building. Remy! I better go and see what this is about. Maybe it would be better if we didn't stay out in the open. At the end of the hallway, you can find my office towards the right. Wait for me there. Alright. Ooh. So this is your office, Remy. Drink his coffee. I'm kind of curious what I look like. It's just a mirror. Nothing special about it. I wanted to see myself, though. Rude. Wonder if he's got any good stuff in his trash. What's this? Something's wrapped in paper. A partially eaten sandwich covered in mold. Yeah, I wouldn't either. I could rummage through his trash more. Sure, let's keep rummaging. There are a lot of used tissues. Maybe he had the flu, but doubtful as he is, he still went to work sick. Poor Remy. Oh, I can't dig in the trash anymore. Damn it. Let's look at his notebook. Heavy paper, perfect binding. I can tell by the cover alone that it is not cheap stuff, but the result of quality bookmaking. Alright, let's take a peek. Looks like unsorted notes. His handwriting is terrible. I wouldn't expect a creature without thumbs to have good handwriting. Nope, can't make it out. Well, surely the computer is readable, right? I wonder if their computers are similar to ours. Let's see. At the press of a button, the screen came to life, accompanied by a whir of the machine. After a few seconds, colorful images appeared on the screen. What the hell? Have you come to beg for mercy? No, Alia. We've come to stop you. Your reign of terror over the land of Marmoa is over. You're outnumbered. Just go up, and we can end this without bloodshed. The area is teeming with my soldiers. Outnumbered you thousands to one. But I don't even need them. Who knows, if you survive long enough, you might just see why I'm called Alia the Ascended. Oh, you pompous... I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to read that, to be honest. I don't have like a beep that I can use. Yo, you pompous fuck. Calm down, Edith. Focus. I'm sorry it has come to this, Alia, but this ends now. Ronan, get them. Battle start. Edith uses whirlwind. Ronan takes 326 damage. Bonar uses earthquake. Ronan takes 465 damage. What the hell is going on? Ronan invokes cosmic horror. What? Bonar takes 1089 damage. Rizard takes 1205 damage. I actually thought my computer blue screened for a second. Oh my god. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, Jesus. Alright. What are you doing? I think I broke it. I don't know. Let me take a look. Why did you even touch the computer? I just wanted to see what was on it. Well, whatever you did. At least things will be okay. Oh no, my game. What's wrong? We touched the computer. You saw a game running, right? Yeah, I played a little. I had to save specifically at that moment to play it later, and now it's all gone. Oh, what do you mean it's all gone? So much preparation, so many hours spent grinding just to get there. I can't do all of that again. You wouldn't understand. I kind of do, actually. I have plenty of experiences of playing games for long periods of time just to lose the progress. You do? Yeah, we used to have similar games where I come from. I see. Well, at least my office is still standing. Speaking of which, what's with the bed? It looks like you live here. When I have to work late, it's just easier to stay here. Besides, I have the knowledge of the whole library at my fingertips. I can use the resource and equipment as I please, like this computer. Don't you have one at home? No, we generally don't have that kind of technology in our household. Though it's not exactly rare either. We just use it where we need it. Back home, we used to have computers everywhere. Most of us even carried one on our wrists whenever we went. Like a Pip-Boy? Huh. That's so. You know, I'm intrigued about that. Oh, that means the library will be closing pretty soon. If you want to do or ask anything particular, now's the time. Are you available? What do you mean by that? You know, for well, alright, we're just gonna be very blunt about it, I see. For a relationship. That is, if you're going to ask me like that, my answer is going to be no. Anyways, thank you for your help. If there's any way I can repay you, just let me know. How about you invite me to dinner sometime? That's fine with me. You've got my number, so call me about it whenever you have the time. I will. Have a nice evening. You too. Oh, I wasn't expecting it to be that fucking blunt. I'm gonna be honest. We parted amicably, or so I thought. Would I get to see him again? I wasn't sure, but I kept his number, just in case. Oh, shit. Well, I could rest, or go do something else. Yeah, let's rest. We talked with Remy today, and helped him with some of his library work. Let's just get some rest. And I decided to spend the day relaxing in my apartment. I don't know when things will start to pick up again, so I figured better get some rest as long as I could. Dun dun. Chapter 2. Conflict. Oh my. Well, I think that's probably a good stopping off point then. Why does the room look different? Well, I think I'm gonna end this here with a new chapter. This definitely seems like a good stopping off point. So yeah, I'll see you next time.